On Monday, May 1st, 2023, Jordan Neely was allegedly murdered on the train after being in a chokehold for 15 minutes. It is alleged that he got on the train and began threatening passengers that if he did not receive food, then he didn't care to go to jail and he didn't care to hurt someone. At that time, it is alleged that a 24-year-old Marine came up behind him and put him in a chokehold with the assistance of 2 other passengers. Neely was a homeless individual who had been arrested at least 40 times before this incident. His mental health did deteriorate after his mother was strangled to death by her boyfriend in 2007 and found in a suitcase on the side of the Henry Hudson Parkway. He did have to testify in that trial, and his aunt reports that after her passing, he was never the same. Being a New York native myself, I can advocate that there is a pretty extensive population of homeless individuals on the subway, and there is a big untreated case of mental health that goes untreated, including an extensive drug and overdose issue that goes untreated. In my opinion, this is because of the lack of affordable housing, the lack of connection of resources for certain individuals, and the dynamic and the environment of the way the shelter systems are set up in New York City. Neely was a beautiful soul, and he would often make videos in the subway portraying Michael Jackson.
Michelle, good morning. A tragic situation, and even though the medical examiner's office has ruled this death a homicide, it's really up to prosecutors to decide whether they believe a crime was committed. And so far, there's been no criminal charges filed. Now, this is the video that people are talking about. It's got a lot of people's attention, showing a 24-year-old Marine restraining 30-year-old Jordan Neely in a headlock. It happened Monday on an F train. Police say passengers reported Neely was acting erratic and making threats, and that's when the Marine stepped in. Police say Neely had 44 prior arrests and a history of mental illness. Clearly someone crying out for help and not getting it. Well, last night, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted, "Jordan Neely was murdered." Here's what Mayor Eric Adams had to say about that.
I don't think that's very responsible at the time where we're still investigating the situation. Let's let the DA conduct his investigation with the law enforcement officials. To really interfere with that is not the right thing to do, and I'm going to be responsible and allow them to do their job.
But I would say that I do understand the fear that some of the passengers had. However, restraining him is one thing, but having someone in a chokehold for 15 minutes is kind of similar to what happened with Mr. Floyd. 15 minutes is just an excessive amount of time to hold someone down. I want to send my condolences to him and his family. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will keep you updated on any charges that would come from this.